Welcome to Brains on Games. I'm Dr. Brian McDonald, and like I said, this episode is about a word game, a spelling game, really. Now, Jabuka can be played with up to 8 players if you want to make some teams, and you can play Jabuka with kids of any ages, provided that they are able to recognize their letters and that they're able to spell some words. The letters can be turned to make different letters. So you've got this one that looks like an M when it's turned this way, but of course if you turn it upside down it's a W, but it can also be an E. It's the same with several of the letters. Any of the orange letters here can be turned in different directions. Of course, you are using your vocabulary skills because you have to call a word. You're developing your spelling skills because then you have to spell that word. But the other thing that's happening here is that there's a lot of mental rotation that's going on here because you have to imagine these letters flipped around in different ways in order to figure out the words that you're going to use. Once you've started and you've got some words in front of you and your opponent has some words, you can steal those words. And there are multiple ways to do that. It's not just about vocabulary, it's also about creativity. You've got to be creative in imagining the words that you can make with these things, but it is also a game where you're playing simultaneously. That means you have to do these things as quickly as possible. That's processing speed, right? Which is one of the things that we measure when we're doing our tests for kids' learning skills, but it's a special kind of processing speed. It is an ability called rapid automatic naming, which is basically being able to quickly recognize letters. This is a super important skill when you're learning how to read because rapid automatic naming allows you to quickly access sound symbol relationships, which means you're going to improve your reading speed. And in this case, you're going to hopefully be able to quickly recognize some words that you can make from those letters, call out the words, then pull those letters together to spell them. This is a fast, simultaneously played word game where you're developing those spelling skills, the mental rotation skills, the processing speed, motor speed too, because you're reaching out to grab those things. But rapid automatic naming is a really important skill that I don't think I've talked about yet on the show. You can leave a comment or you can find me at brian@brainsongames.ca. Spelling with a twist.